opened Edge instead of going to the folder. Either that, or he was speaking, or either that, or he was my mind has gone dead. Either he wasn't speaking whole truths, or he was just supremely arrogant. He did seem supremely arrogant, but, you know, very much so. But yeah, you know, just like seriously arrogant. The next file is actually the largest custom map file I've seen yet. It's nearly 80,000 kilobytes. Still, these are all small sizes, but it's quite large. Okay, I see creep on this map. So, Annihilation 11 was Saurus. I think I might call it quits here after you see the intro. Okay, I'm just trying to get you the vision on the thing. Good, you have it. And hopefully still do. Annihilation 11, Usaurus. After witnessing the Saurians' transformation and realizing the power they're up against, the Idu'ran forces led by Voradin and Kaduros have decided to split up to fulfill multiple goals simultaneously. Kaduros has decided to help the Terrans invade the Cyrex complex, a series of facilities located in a dense asteroid field, where they hope to locate Malric. Meanwhile, Voradin is on his way to the Idu'ran colony of Usaurus, where most of their armies hold up. This mission to bring peace to the colony and activate the planet's warp network, so the Idu'ran can easily get the reinforcements needed to face the upcoming battles. Why that wasn't already to begin with, I have no idea. Then again, they're talking about bringing peace to the colony, which is kind of a spoiler that there is peace there to begin with. There are many different upgrades to earn in Usaurus. Grade yourself to your liking to complete the mission in your own way. That sounds very interesting. Hopefully, unlike the Protoss on that other cold planet, they have actually some defense against, you know, flash freezes around. That was silly, the Protoss not to. Planet Usaurus, in the cold wastes of the Frostfall Hills, time of Voradin's arrival. Never know that was on the clock. Oh yes, it's time of Voradin's arrival, o'clock. Time for dinner. Ooh. Vast and filled with dangerous creatures, Voradin has a difficult task ahead of him. Great as a council of Yetis. Wait, 4 eyes? Christ. The music and the zoom in was like suspenseful. I was waiting for something to burst up out of the ground. Or you know, just suddenly appear. But no, not quite the sort. Finally I'm here. The Idu'ran colony of Usaurus. It's been a long and tiresome journey. But now is no time to rest. High Templar Nargul is awaiting my arrival at the nearest outpost. I must go. Nargul? What? Is he like one of Sauron's forces? I know, that's where my mind went to. Reach the nearby outpost. Why he didn't land nearer, I'll never know. It's under the surface of the Idu'ran colony of Usaurus. I hate these names purely because I have difficulty pronouncing them. The Idu'ran warriors here are awaiting his arrival and are stationed at the nearby outpost. Okay, I'm just gonna scan these paths. Can't go that way. Not going that way. Going this way. Not sure how much further I'll go. I kind of want to play more, but I kind of want to go play some Path of Exile. Or maybe Witcher. be curious when Witcher's coming out. It'll be post Path of Exile, so sometime in the future. Vorden, you've come. And Tarotassadar, Vorden, we anticipated your arrival. High Temple in Argul, it's been far too long. Indeed, but tell me, where is Master Carduros? We've split our forces to be more efficient. That is what I sought you out for. I'm in need of your aid. Of course, let us go. So, what is it that troubles you, Vorden? I'm in need of reinforcements. The army here on Osiris is powerful, intelligent. We need brave fighters of that caliber. The upcoming war against the R.S.S.I. Understandable, and I'm sure you're aware that establishing contact with us past the stars has been difficult. That is true. Their infrastructure isn't up to snuff. That is all the fault of our malfunctioning warp network. A device so powerful that can be used to warp our warriors several systems away. As long as we have a brilliant mind like yours to function as a form of gateway portal, we can effectively warp to anywhere you wish and establish contact with ease. However, without it, we do not have the ability to send our forces effectively to and from the planet. Repairing the warp network's damage is my top priority then. What has happened to its functionality? We've had trouble keeping everything under control. As you're aware of, the Idu'ran colony is not a place of peace and harmony. This is a dangerous world with beasts of many kinds. And if that wasn't enough to worry about, we also recently faced ourselves with the beginning of a Zerg assault. An assault that has kept us on guard for the past weeks. All this has forced us to leave the warp spires, keeping our warp network running without security. And, we required additional aid to face relentless attackers, and the warp spires are now ridden with infestation. Zerg too? So we are too late after all. It's not good to see the Protoss still there. What do you mean, Vorden? These must be the Zerg manipulated to follow R.S.S.I's will. Seems they've acquired enough information to locate our most established colony. This means that Nessarian will most likely return too. This is not good. They don't know about Nessarian yet. Has Nessarian become victim to their horrendous acts too? She's fulfilling Manny, the giantess fetishist's dreams. Indeed, Carduros and I were forced to find a method of escaping her wrath, as the additional strength that she had acquired was too fear for a number of forces. They are bound to return with her corrupted body, take control of the entirety of her source. By Dune, will this suffering ever end? Listen, Argul, we'll do whatever it takes to prepare us to face the battles ahead. The warp network is key to harnessing the full power of our army. Then I must do what I can to reach it. We may not have much time left, but the R.S.S.I already know of our colony's location. I will travel to the most far reaches of Source to reactivate the energy cores, assist their fighting warriors in any way possible. Vorden, you are all alone on this. It will be an incredibly difficult task. I'm certainly not alone. I have the complete guidance and strong will of our Idu'ran warriors to aid me. Together, we'll do a significant difference. Tell me what I must do, Nargu. Where must I begin? He can level here? They borrowed that sound effect from WoW. I think. It just sounds similar. And these icons are from WoW. That's fine. Vorden is now earning levels. The leveling system will upgrade Vorden's stats and help you survive against tougher foes. Vorden can go up to a maximum of level 15. There are 3 main attributes that will update upon reaching certain levels with Vorden. Suddenly, Warcraft tree. Psionic power will improve Vorden's attack damage by 2, shield by 6, and health by 4. The attribute upgrades every level gained. Stamina increases Vorden's armor by 1. This attribute updates every other level. Haste. Haste improves Vorden's movement speed by 0.12, and it reduces his attack speed by 1/6. The lower your attack speed, the faster you attack. It is an improvement. It's not some weird penalty. This attribute updates every 3 levels. When I was younger, I thought the higher the attack speed, the faster you attack. It made sense to me, but no. Lastly, leveling up will also upgrade Vorden's asphyxiate ability. Every second level earned will increase its damage by 5. Hopefully this is held over. Ooh, Archive. The Archive is a structure that allows Vorden to purchase various enchantments and upgrades. Staying close to an archive and selecting it will reveal your research options. Once you gather a decent amount of resources, take a look and see what's available for you to purchase. This is interesting. I quite like this. Ability Control 1. Reduces cooldown by 20%. Pursuit of Life, plus 50 life. Pursuit of Protection, plus 50 shields. Increased attack by 10. Armor by 2. Experience gain by 15. Shield regen by 50% and reduce the delay by 25. Gives him Shockwave, which deals 15. Unleashes Shockwave around Vorden when he attacks. 15 damage plus 5 per level to enemies around him. Efficient Strangulation increases duration of the asphyxiate stun by 5 seconds, but no longer deals damage. Heroism allows the use of the heroism ability. Upon activation, as Vorden infuses himself with spiritual vigor, spiritual is misspelled, increasing his attack speed by 100% for 12 seconds, 3-minute cooldown. Kala's Embrace. Upon activation, Vorden surrounds himself in a shield of psionic energy, reducing damage taken by 75%, last 8 seconds, 2-minute cooldown. Okay. Frostfall Hills. Oh, I have to speak with Nargo again? It's praying to brief you speak with him to get your first assignment. 10 experience. I like this. Vorden, I admire your abilities, and you have my respect for assisting us. Before I can send you off into the deepest reaches of Osiris, I want to test your true abilities. If you head south from Camp Raktornar, you'll find the Osiris Wildlands. In there, a temple with Terramore will test you. Before I let you go, remember to store your soul in the Shrine of Wisdom. This will ensure that we can restore your soul if you fall in combat. Buy into the Shrine. I'm suddenly... good job, Vorden. Terramore will be waiting you in the Osiris Wildlands. Should not hinder you further. It's kind of making me think of Spellforce for a moment there. Because you have like these stones you bind yourself to, and if you die, you're res there. I'm sure that's been plenty of things, but it just made me think of Spellforce, which is a series I'll be doing at some stage. I've tried the first game, played a fair bit in. Well, I don't know how much. I played a good few hours. Got up to Spider-Man. He's literally called Spider-Man, and whenever they say the audio, they have to drop it out because copyright, presumably. So they changed his name to Spider-Master, but there's still no audio for it. It's hilarious. But anyway, it's a very rough game. It looks like someone's first attempt. Well, maybe I'm being rough in that, cruel with that. But what I mean is basically I am enjoying this. Maybe I'm being rough in it, but it does just seem a little like lacking in polish. It just seems very rough, which led me to believe it was someone's first attempt. Well, not necessarily first attempt, but one of their early projects, basically. It shows promise, it shows interest, but it's an interesting concept, but it needed more time in the oven. You know, it needed to be polished up a bit more, worked on a bit more. But it was certainly an interesting concept. Think Warcraft 3, but with a heavier focus in RPG aspects. Meaning, like, you have in Warcraft 3, you get Thrall, and he has certain skills you can get. You get Sylvanas in Frozen Throne, and she has certain skills you can get. But in Spellforce, while you do get heroes and they have certain skills, and you actually can't change them at all, unlike Warcraft 3 where you can level them up, for your main hero, your main guy, you can level him up in whatever way you want. I know you could say in Warcraft 3 you can level them up there, whatever way you want. You can get this ability for this, but you've only like the 4 abilities to choose from, 4 or 5 abilities to choose from. But in Spellforce you can, like, I make a character and I could have a, my character for example was a plate-wearing, two-hand sword or hammer-wielding necromancer. And I could easily branch into holy magic as well if I wanted. I can't remember what they call it, but you know, I could easily branch into that if I wanted. And you build your character like this. And while you do get other people that are set, this is really cool to me. And I really like this concept. But it still has the RPG aspects and all that. So think Warcraft 3, but a heavier focus on the RPGs aspect. Maybe only focused on one character, but still it's a more of a expanded concept, and I find that really interesting. I would love THQ Nordic has control of it now, of the IP now, and they're going over and they're making a prequel, Spellforce 3. At some stage, I will be going through Spellforce 1, 2, then going back to 3. Because then they'll presumably have nods to the later on games in the third one, and we'll be able to make out those nods rather than being blind to them. Though I would love if they went back through the original games, maybe did a redux or remaster, and maybe polished it up a little. It seems a little, like I said, some of this stuff just seemed a little rough. Phrasing wise, story was interesting enough, but like I'm just worried that I'm being a little too harsh on it. But basically, there's some aspects I found that were rough, and basically, if they went back and polished it up a bit, it'll be great. Especially if they introduce the speed slider to the game, because it's very slow. To continue on the Warcraft 3 thing, you have larger maps in Spellforce than you do in Warcraft 3, and you move a lot slower. You can increase your movement speed, but it's certainly not available that early on. You do have portals that you can use to teleport around the place, though I didn't realise you could do that for quite a while. Nearing the end of what I played was when I realised that. But anyway, I'm dawdling here too long. I hope you join me for when I get to that. But for now, I hope you enjoy the main StarCraft series I'm doing. After that, after Legacy of the Void's done, it'll be Nova, then I'll be doing Total War, Warhammer, with the Dwarves. After that, it'll be Mountain Blade Warband, Viking Conquest, Reforged Edition, Campaign Mode. Long fucking title. I think I've already named some of the videos of that, but I'm thinking I might be dropping the subtitles on it. You know, like here I'll have, Annihilation Campaign, Part 20, Tangent, talking about other games or whatever. Might drop that little talk about other games bit or whatever from the Viking Conquest, because the title's so long, YouTube has a limit to size, so I think I might do that. But anyway, I've dawdled long enough. Let us move.
It is a privilege. I share your aim.
I hope he keeps these abilities. Young Forest Crawler.
I am honored to serve.
Oh god.
Our people need us.
Okay. Nothing here is really a threat. There was actually a thing there. It's just like when you go to a new settlement, if you see a green thing, you have a quest to get. Red, it's you're not high enough level. Yellow is one to turn in. Ah, Vorden. Was wondering when you'd come to see me. It has been long since I last saw you in combat. I seek to witness it. The force is roaming with beasts known as forest crawlers. The young are roaming in this area just outside our camp. Head out there and slay them. I'll watch you from here. Slay 10 young forest crawlers. My god, it feels like I'm playing WoW now. Recommended level 1. Ah, that is nice, that they give recommended levels. I feel it'll need to use abilities or do beyond auto attack here. But yeah, just the general, to go back to Spellforce for a moment, the general animation, the general graphical quality of it is a lot lower. Well, sorry, not it's not a lot lower. It does the general spell, general graphic